Now here you got Jesus Christ. Here I'm sitting here. I know it seems like a novelty. Do you have any Christmas? Last time you saw me, I was on a cross, and it was all so sad. Yeah? And it's like, oh, shit, he was only 33. We never really got to know you. So sad. You know, what are we going to do now? You know? Well, after you put me on a cross, I'm not sticking around to explain to you. So as you know, I split, and I did not give an address. Yeah. But if you had studied, and you really knew Revelation, yeah, you knew Methuselah, you studied it back. You knew Adam, you studied it back, yeah, because you studied. And when you study, you recapitulate your previous lives because you were there. You were there. Even at the moment of the creation of time, you were there. You were created at that time. Yeah? So there's nothing that we're not connected with. Nothing. Not a thing, right? So imagine this. When Trump is in his power and doing the things that he's doing, the influence that he's making on Earth, his process, and he is who I say he is, yeah? Jesus is here, yeah? I've had many, many incarnations, yeah? People in Krishna periods know me as Krishna. People in period of Buddha know me as Buddha. People know me as Jesus. So I have a lot of incarnations. You have a lot of incarnations. We all incarnated, yeah? We've all been in this thing, yeah? Except my story is that I'm always there defending you from what you don't understand in every life, yeah? That we are under siege. Every single one of those stories is about that, whether I'm Buddha or I'm Jesus or I'm Krishna. No matter what my life was, I was there representing the fact that you are under siege and there are demons everywhere. And I was there to talk about it and defend you, yeah? And that's what I'm doing now, yeah? And if you study those periods, you'll see that during the time of Buddha, there was a being, yeah, known as Mara. And that being was an externalized form of the opposite form of Buddha, which would be Trump. Yeah. And if you go back during the time of Jesus, yeah, you'll find the same thing. If you really studied it, you'll find that there were 3 separate messiahs, antichrists, at the time of Jesus. And all of them were claiming to be a messiah. So the messiah aspect was a very confused reality as to who's who to believe in. Yeah. So that led to a really bad outcome of my externalization. If you go back to Krishna, you'll find that there was a being that was materialized as a demon, the planetary demon. And it's always a planetary demon. Yeah, we can call him Satan or Lucifer, whatever you want to call this creature. Yeah, it is the planetary demon. Yeah, and it holds all the negative aspects of human nature. Yeah, all negative aspects of human nature. It's called glamours. All those things. Yeah, vices. All those things. Yeah, it's all housed in this demonic spirit. Yeah. So it makes up what we can be when it comes down to our inhumane quality, the opposite of our true being, because we're not evil by any nature, by any kind, in any cellular form of our hair, anything, nothing of us is evil. We are made in sacred reality. Yeah. Our voice, our word, our mind, our geomancy, our hands, everything about us is sacred, like we were built as a temple for God to enter and express through. Yeah? So we got to really hold on to this sort of thing, because that same temple, and you've seen it around, you've seen people get possessed by demons through Ouija boards or by witches and warlocks. They exist, people. They do exist. Yeah, you can have a person put a curse on you and you have bleeding gums and you have diabetes and you have all kinds of things for the rest of your life Because you got a curse on you. And you never knew curses existed. Yeah? Because you just go along with astrology and you go along with all this kind of stuff that's quasi. Yeah? Having no idea that there are working witches out there who make a living of cursing people. Yeah? And tying people up. Because we're psychic. We're very, very, very psychic. Yeah? So imagine Trump. Yeah? Trump's got an intention, and he's not just a guy. He's not just a guy who wants to be president. Yeah? He is a strong psychic being. Strong psychic being. So what happens when 86% people believe in Trump? It's a cult. It becomes a cult. Well, that requires an enormous psychic ability. Enormous amount of psychic ability. Yeah? And he influences people to turn into something. What? Trump. You have to turn into Trump. Well, isn't that Satanism? I don't care if you're boy or girl. When you join Satanism, Satanism believes everybody's Satan. Everybody's Satan. So the characteristics behind Satan incarnate into those people. That's the same with Trump. What happens if these people become Trump? What happens? They all start believing in QAnon. Yeah? They all start believing that the voting didn't exist. They all say words that come out of Trump's mouth. Crazy words. Words that make no sense. You cannot verify anything. There's all things to show that it's not true. But because they're channeling, they're speaking with an evil tongue.
All